If you've seen our previous videos on how to work with the pen tool, you'll know that one of the key skills is knowing where to place the anchor points. So as you look at this random shape here, you can probably tell where most of the anchor points, if not where all of them, go. The problem that a lot of people find though, when they come to draw curves in a more freehand way, is that they do something like this. And I'm just doing these in contrasting colours and sizes just so you can see. You might approach it something like this. So click and drag, and once they figure out roughly where it's going, that all looks fine to start with, but then when you keep going, you get sort of bulges where you didn't want them, so you have to sort of wildly overcorrect, and then things just start going horribly wrong. So what I want to try and do here is just give you an insight into the way that I think about this as I do it, in the hope that it might help you. But honestly, everybody has their own way, and if this helps you, great. If it doesn't, then forget it and try a different way. So I'm going to just delete those, start this again. So that's my first anchor point. So the second one is going to be up here. The trick though is that when you click, you're trying to get those handles so that they work not only for the curve that you've got going in, but also the curve you've got going out. So where my cursor is right now is really, really crucial. And notice that the handles are kind of balanced, if you like, on the top of that curve. So when I let that go, it's going to work going in, it's also going to work going out. So when I click at the bottom, all I've got to do is click once, because I've already done that. So the idea is you're balancing, if you like, the handles on the top of the curve. So this time the top is going to be more like that way. So again, click and drag so it balances, and then simply click the next one. Now, I'm not suggesting that you're necessarily going to get this perfect every time if you do this, but if you get it equally balanced, it's much, much easier to change later. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say. And then secondly, this applies here also. So the approach I'm going to take here is that's going to be the final anchor point. So I'm going to create one in the middle, and again get these so that they balance. So nothing like this, nothing like that, but just like that. And then going around to the next one, that will be the next curve like that. So going around to about here, there's the middle point. Again, not this, but balanced. And as you can see, on we go. Okay, so that's how it generally works for me, but things aren't always that simple, and here's another example of where you can do things a little bit differently. Now here, because I'm simply clicking at the end, what you can do is you can just do any old way to get to that, which I know contradicts everything I just said, because I don't have to worry about where this handle points now if I click here, because that takes that further handle away, and then I can start again from scratch. So sometimes when you've got quite angular joins, that can work too. So there's a couple of different ways of drawing curves. They work normally pretty well for me. If they work for you, then great. But whatever you're going to do, try and use as few anchor points as possible. And as I said in the previous videos, if you get stuck, just do Apple Z or Command Z to undo and have another go. Good luck.